Hello, Transurfer and the Transurfing Curious. My name is Renee Garcia, and this is TransurfingTV, and today, letting the cookie come to you. I love this book. For those of you that have not read this, it is a bizarre little wonder of transurfing tidbits. First of all, the punctuation, the grammatical errors, the spelling errors are atrocious. I mean, it's almost offensive to English, like, if English is your primary language, you look at it and you're like, okay, what happened here? Clearly, they did not have importance when they printed this. But it doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of gems in here, very short, and some kind of longer. It's kind of weird because it's very erratic. Anyway, I would recommend it. I don't think it costs very much. You can get it on Amazon. It's called Transurfing in Your Pocket. But we are going to get to this lesson in a moment, letting the cookie come to you, inspired by this book. Remember to like this video and comment below. My world is taking care of me to enter my daily giveaway for my reprogramming stickers, guys. Woot woot! And do all the good stuff. Subscribe, check out the Facebook group, Teachable link, blah, 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 blah. So, letting the cookie come to you. There's a lot of different ways that one can look at how outer intention brings to us in a more effortless way the things that we intend to have, rather than using our inner intention, thinking mind, will, ego, striving, forcing, using all our energy to try to realize our intention, right? You can do that. Again, we do know as transurfers, you can get somewhere with both inner and outer intention, but inner intention takes more energy and is not as effective as outer intention. And also inner intention, you are sort of limited of what you can have based on what your mind thinks it can have. So again, our minds only see a very limited amount of information. When we release ourselves to the alternative space and say, I am a co-creator with my world and I meet my world halfway, then all of a sudden you are open to many, 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 many more variables than what your mind can perceive on its own accord. So a lot of this lesson, letting the cookie come to you, has to do with you allowing your world to bring you things in ways that maybe you would not consider. And also you backing off of your intention, letting the flow of events play out naturally, which again is more energetically effective and efficient. So what Vadim Zeland says it's a short little, it's one sentence really, in this book. It says, if you are like most people, you have been trying hard to get a cookie. Transurfing teaches you how to let the cookie come to you. So here is my take. Now again, forming your own visual idea of how you see things in your mind is really a very valuable part of a solid transurfing practice. Because anytime you find yourself going against this visual, you can sort of say, wait a second, this is not my practice, right? So for me, my visual representation, my illustration in my mind that I play is the alternatives flow model that I like to use with the rocks in the water. And I know I use this one often because it's very, very simple, and it really is a powerful one when you find yourself going against the flow or clutching on to one of the rocks in the river. When I'm doing this, now that I have this in my mind, I know that I'm doing that. There's no ambiguity about it, right? I know I'm doing that, and I know what the penalty is for doing that. And I know that what I really, really want, or the ways that I really want to gain something, gain my intention, comes to me like this. Very, very, very rarely, if not ever, does it come like this. So we have the two different versions of existing in the alternatives flow. We have clutching onto the rock, which again is importance, excess potential, viewing what it is you're trying to maintain or gain from a very limited perspective, and using the inner intention, the mind, the ego, the will to try to keep that thing going, okay? So this is you maybe clutching onto something with the expectation that your cookie's going to arrive and being like, hey, where the hell is my cookie? Right? Where the hell is my cookie? Well, I'm going to hold on tighter because my cookie's coming. Where I want my cookie, where's my cookie? This could be you saying, why is this so hard? And I'll get into an example in a moment because I know this is very broad stuff. Why is this so hard? Maybe if I just try harder, right? Maybe if I just hold on tighter, maybe if I just strive harder, maybe if I just do more, maybe if I just work it harder, my cookie will come. This is, again, and I know I talked about this recently in another video, this is I want, I fear, I can't let go. I want my cookie, I fear I'm not going to get it, but I can't let go of that rock, right? And then maybe surrendering yourself to, God, maybe a cookie just isn't meant for me. Maybe cookies are meant for other people. Maybe I'm not intended to have my cookie. And then giving up on yourself or your intention because you're doing this, you're not seeing the results. The I want, I fear, I can't let go. You don't see your results. So then you just surrender. Maybe the cookie isn't meant for me after all. So the alternative to this is you deciding what that rock is that you are clutching onto with high importance levels. And in your own way, no matter what that way is, learning to release yourself a little bit and letting go of the rock to sort of throw yourself in to more variables in the alternative space where you can connect with more opportunities for you to get your cookie, right? And then also adopting ways that you can switch your thinking around. So instead of saying, where is my cookie? Or maybe a cookie isn't intended for me. My cookie is coming, right? My cookie is coming. I'm headed in the direction of my cookie. So now it's kind of there's two different perspectives here. You could look at maybe you're just floating in the water and things are coming down the water towards you, or maybe you're floating down the water and you're headed in the direction of the thing. Either way you want to visualize it, it's fine. Me personally, I like to imagine I'm floating down the stream and I'm encountering things along the way, other rocks that have cookies on them that I can land on, enjoy my cookies, and then I let go again, right? So this is really how I live my life. I do have a lot of different things that I do. I do switch, you know, switch streams often, because for me, this is me keeping in the alternatives flow rather than me getting stagnant and stuck on one rock, right? Holding on, clutching on to one rock. In the meantime, look at all this other cool stuff. So again, sometimes we can't become preoccupied with our intention. This one thing specifically that we want to gain. Well, I want more money. Well, I want to fall in love. Well, I want this. Well, I want that. But the cool thing is you can set that intention. You can make that request. You can put in your order, as Vadim says. And then you can release yourself to the alternatives flow and enjoy all the other things that you are going to encounter on your way, right? So again, these two things really go hand in hand. My cookie is coming, and in the meantime, look at all this other cool stuff. So you're not questioning if you're going to get your cookie. You know you're going to get your cookie, but you're also in the act of enjoying the moment, enjoying the ride, enjoying the other information, enjoying the other opportunities. Because when you're doing this, you're definitely not in that headspace, right? When you're doing this, you are. I love this. I love myself. I love this process. This is really about just basking, bathing, luxuriating in life, and how you can, because this character right here is frozen on itself, right? This character here clutching onto the rock is convinced that they're not doing something right, that something's wrong with them, that cookies are intended for other people, that there is something missing or something out of alignment or something like that. And that is the human mind's way of dealing with the situation. Well, something just must not be right. Now, when you're in active flow, it's a lot easier for you to embrace yourself, your perceived flaws, any little hiccups in the script, right? That maybe seems like you're not realizing your intention, trusting yourself, trusting your world, knowing the cookie's gonna come to you. If something seemingly seems against your intention, or something happens and you're like, well, wait a second, this isn't part of the script, you can much more easily just say, I have set the vector of the flow. I am headed in the direction of my cookie. That is what I'm going to get. And this is just a slight little, maybe you're just like, you hit a rock, but then you just move around it and you continue down the river. So there's a lot more room for variables to come into play. You don't take things so seriously, right? You just stay in the vector of the flow that you have set, and that's your direction. Having patience, I have patience and I am ready. I love the process. Again, the process is really just about accepting that things may not come in the exact way that you think they will, right? That you might be surprised, something might transpire and come to you in a way that was unexpected. Having patience, knowing that you getting your intentions is about you co-creating with your world. And sometimes your world, there's obviously a delay in the mirror, we've talked about that, but sometimes you don't get to decide the timing of when things come in your direction or anything like that. So having patience and being ready. So when your world presents to you the opportunity for you to click into that stream and then go after that cookie, this is really mastering the art of the alternatives flow, right? This is you knowing that you're aware, you're waiting for it, you've set the order, that opportunity is going to come in your direction. And then when it does come in your direction, you are going to know exactly what to do. You are ready. You are going to go with that. that new stream, right? So let me know your thoughts on this one, everybody. Letting the cookie come to you. Are you doing this or are you doing this? Are you actively enjoying your cookie, or are you fearful that your cookie is not going to come to you? And do you have this book? I'm curious how many people actually have this one. Let me know your thoughts below. Remember to like this video and comment, subscribe, and join us on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.